Welcome to the Crisscross Corner Podcast. Welcome back to the Crisscross Corner Podcast. I'm your host, Chris Canty. We're back. Walter is back from the other episode we just had from the last episode, quote unquote, of the 2021 year with Christopher Bird. We have David Norde joining us for this episode. This is the first installment of my top 100 songs that defined a decade. Now, the first decade, I'm going to start off when music got fun, in my opinion. We're going to start off in the 1960s, when music got fun. Not your boring, classic folk songs and jazz. We're going to get to the real stuff, to the real music that kids today call real music, or our parents called real music back in the day.
No,
Not our grandparents.
You guys say grandparents.
But grandparents, they were 20, 30 years old when, this music started coming out. So I guess we can call it real music. They can call it real music. But
I said both of my parents lived through most, if not all, of the 60s. So
dang. All right. So Walter's grandparents definitely. My grandparents.
That's your mouth.
Okay. Anyway, shout out to all the people in the Facebook group. It's all 723 of y'all. Thank you for joining the conversation every week. We will have another topics from the audience episode at the beginning of the year, so stay tuned for that. And the great debaters will be joining me for our episodes in 2021. So stay tuned for all the episodes coming in 2022. All right. We have Walter and David. They're going to be my judges for the top 100 songs. We might discuss some things, but all these 100 songs are from my opinion. Some of them you might know, some of them you might not know. So here we go. Number 100. We're starting off bottom of the list. No honorable mentions because that'll take a whole 2 days to do. So number 100, Money by Barrett Strong, Motown's first hit. Most people don't know that it's Motown's first hit, but Barrett Strong.
Are you doing a little sample of each? Because that
I could do a sample, however, YouTube would shut me down.
Yeah, we getting rocked if.
Well, no, it's fair. It's fair use if it's under 5 seconds, right? That's how the rule works, right?
That is true. However, no. we did it for a music episode once. They shut us completely down.
I think I remember that episode because we were like, here are us as here we are as radio DJs, and this is the music we have.
Like boom, when Warner Brothers came through, like, hey, that's our song.
To be fair, Warner Brothers, yeah.
I might do it for the 70s because that's a better list. But 60s, we're just gonna keep it to the list. And if you want to hear these songs, I have a playlist on Apple Music. In my Apple Music, Chris Canty on Apple Music, so you can listen to all 100 of these songs. All right, number 99, Daydream Believer by the Monkees.
Why is that so low?
Hey man, we got more fire.
Wait, hold up. Did you say that this is already on Spotify?
No, it's on Apple Music.
Apple Music.
I mean, but the playlist is already up, or
it's already up on
Apple Music.
Is already up. Yeah.
Oh, because I don't have Apple Music.
I don't have Apple Music either.
Hey, that means they can't look at the list.
I mean, if you would like to import it to Spotify, we would greatly appreciate it.
I'll do it after the episode.
Number
98. Number 98 is The Twist by Chubby Checker.
Okay, that okay, hold up. That song is iconic.
That's exactly what I was about to say.
It's iconic, but it's not the best song of the 60s.
You mean to tell me there are 97 better songs than
Yes, I'm saying that right now in this episode.
that are as iconic and as good.
Yes.
Okay, I'll give you Let's Twist Again. Because if that's not on the list, I'm
the sequel,
which is better, it is. But 97, come on, man.
I put it 97. I had to put it in there. It's an iconic dance of the 60s. You got to put it in there. It would have been 100, but I gave it some points.
I would at least put it 50 if you was gonna do that.
50?
Right? Like, yeah, no.
50? Okay.
I think me and David both agree that's on the it deserves to be higher on the list.
I'll give that to you. I'll give that to you.
So we ain't saying put it at number 1 or the top 10, but
no, definitely.
50? That's too high. That's too high.
It deserves to be in the top 50.
All right.
Make it 50.
Make it 50. All right. All right. It's not going to be 50. Number 97. Number 97. We have questions 67 and 68 by Chicago.
Okay.
See?
Okay.
That's
That's
an iconic Chicago song. Stop
it. Is. But arguably the two most iconic Chicago songs are If You Leave Me Now and 25 or 64. Both of which came out later.
But yeah, but they're not in the 60s though.
I know. But that's what I'm saying. Like 67 and 68 are good songs. I mean, it's a good song, but it's like,
you know it's better than a twist. Stop it.
It's not though.
Just wait. Number 96. Number 96. We have.
All right. Okay. What you got?
We have "Stay" by Maurice Williams and the Zodiacs.
I don't think I know that one.
You know, "Stay."
It sounds familiar.
You know the song in the Temptations that Eddie and Paul sang.
Mm-hmm.
That's the song.
Mm.
When they first meet him in
I know that song. That was my grandma's favorite song.
Mm-hmm. Just a
R.I.P.
little bit longer.
Yeah. Oh, that song.
Yeah.
Please.
Okay, that one might be better than the twist.
And there's 95 more of those.
He said 95 more.
All right, we got number 5, "Build Me Up, Buttercup" by the Foundations.
Okay, that deserves to be higher. And I'll tell and I'll tell you why. Because that is a Motown song that Motown did not produce. That is a song by a British group in the 60s that mirrored the Motown sound so perfectly that 90% of the people that know that song think it's a Motown song. And that is why. Not to mention, it's just a good song. It is an upbeat song about a girl who just shits on a guy. Pardon my French.
That's why we have you on the episode, Walter. You know the history and everything. I like it.
But like, here's the thing. That deserves to be in the top 50.
In the top 50?
That is a fantastic song.
You put it in the 50?
Okay, you know, I'll give you that. I want to see what you have in the top 50, and we'll go from there. So,
okay,
we'll get it down.
We got to go through 40 more other songs.
I know. Look,
it's gonna be a long night.
Wait, hold up. If I don't have Apple Music,
I got my water ready.
if I don't have Apple Music, can you send me the playlist and I can
He
still
said
look at
after
it?
the episode, which means we got another 3 hours.
3 hours? No, we're not having 3 hours.
No, but no, because he said it's on Apple Music. So can you, if you send me the link, can I at least look at the playlist
after the show?
Like I said, 3 hours.
I thought you said it was already up on Apple.
It's already up, but he's going to give us.
I'm going to give it to you
just after the show. Why not now?
Because you're going to see all the songs. It'll take away all the surprise.
I swear to God, this might have been a mistake.
Number 94, we have "I Want to Testify" by the Parliaments. This is George Clinton before he was in Parliament Funkadelic.
Hey,
well, he was a what?
Parliament. This is George Clinton before he was Parliament Funkadelic and the funk. This is the Parliaments. This is the Detroit sound.
A question: do you have a favorite Parliament song?
My favorite Parliament song, other than Flashlight, it will have to be One Nation Under a Groove.
I'm about to say there are two acceptable answers if you ask me. One is One Nation Under a Groove, and the other is
Flashlight.
No, not just Knee Deep. You remember that song? You remember that song that was in Good Burger?
Oh, yeah. I forgot about that whole song.
Yeah.
You're right. I gotta brush up on my the fucking Dudley.
Yeah, remember they were in the they locked in I know it's because I watched this earlier this year. They locked Homeboy in the mental place. And he was sitting next to George Clinton.
Mm-hmm.
You remember that scene?
George Clinton goes way back.
Yeah. And so they did that whole sequence as a it's not just Knee Deep.
It's like he's an iconic producer too.
True that, but also throwback to when he would do crazy crap like perform in a diaper.
Yeah, those were the days.
Which nothing against anybody who wears diapers. Do it. But like I was not expecting as a kid to watch this man perform
in a diaper.
No,
he wasn't in a diaper. He was in a pull-up. I'm playing. He was.
He's a big kid now.
He was in a 360 cruiser. That's what he was.
Not the 360 cruiser. Was it a black baby or a white baby?
Hey George, you got your Pampers on?
Oh man. Anyway, speaking of wild things, number 93, we have White Rabbit by Jefferson Airplane.
That's the one pill makes you stronger.
Mm-hmm. Iconic.
Will you have that at what, 93?
93.
Yeah. I mean, to me, that it stands where it's at.
I think it should go up, but I don't think it deserves to be in like the top 50. It's a good song.
So you said top 60. So you was going where I was.
Top 70-ish.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. We was on Sunday.
Yeah. So, but that's it. Like, yeah, because we're talking about a group that changed its name like 3 times, right?
That's true.
You got Jefferson Airplane, then you got Jefferson Starship, and then you just have Starship. All of which produced at least one iconic song.
Mm-hmm.
Like name a more iconic song for like the 80s than like We Built This City, right? Exactly. Like one spot I was not expecting that to pop up was the Muppets, but it popped up in the Muppets.
It did pop up in the Muppets.
And yeah, but like I said, so I think the band is more iconic than the song itself. But the song itself is also very iconic because it kind of helped usher in that psychedelic rock. Why? I have to center myself now. Okay, there we go.
I'm just messing with things on the show.
I want to be off center, Chris. Let me be off center.
We're back. All right, number 92. For Once in My Life by Stevie Wonder.
Why is that so low?
Wait, David.
That hold up now, because that's early Stevie. Because that's still in like the little Stevie, like the little Stevie, like the little Stevie, right?
But
like it's back when he was doing stuff like Beach Blanket Bingo with Frankie Avalon and Annette Funicello. Like it's good.
I wouldn't
to my life.
Low though.
Like it's good, but but my point is, I actually agree with Chris on this one. I think this is right smack dab where it needs to be.
Yeah. Once in my life, I have someone who loves me.
Like back when he was sitting there, just back when they were like, "Hey, we need some diversity in these like beach movies full of white people."
Just put a blind black guy in the middle.
They were like,
anyway, before we move on, number 91, we have Midnight Hour by Wilson Pickett. Watch is still laughing at this shit. Oh man. Hey, I can't be. It's the truth. It's the truth. All right, number 91 is Midnight Hour by Wilson Pickett. Number 90, Make Me Your Baby by Barbara Lewis. 1965. Number 89 is Chain Gang by Sam Cooke. Next is
Sam Cooke, man.
Sam Cooke was a good artist.
Sam Cooke got tied up in some weird shit.
He did. What movie was that when they were all together on Netflix?
On Netflix?
Yeah, there's a movie on Netflix. I forgot what it's called. Like Sam Cooke and all the other guys that wrote together and all that stuff. I forgot what the
I don't know. All I know is Sam Cooke got caught up in some stuff, and then he kind of was found dead, and it was in some foul. It was definitely foul play, but they were like,
yeah.
We'll just say it was the body of Jimmy Hoffa and call it a day.
Yeah, let's move on to number 88. Let's segue into Wouldn't It Be Nice by the Beach Boys.
Not the Beach Boys' strongest song.
It's not, but there's one of the iconic.
But it is incredibly iconic. But I think it's fair to say that all of the Beach Boys, like their singles and their hits, were iconic because they themselves formed that beach rock. Right?
They did.
Like maybe one or two, like because they kind of formed rock and roll and rockabilly and put that together, and it just became beach rock. Mm-hmm. And there aren't many artists or many groups who are able to do that. So that being
to it. Did you just do a B-52? Rock Lobster. What was that night? What was Rock Lobster Day? Hold on.
Damn.
That's going into iconic songs, okay? I'm putting it in there.
It is. It's iconic. It has to be iconic.
I'm putting it in there. 1978. So next time, the 70s, we're putting Rock Lobster, number 100.
Ding, 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 da, 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 da.
All right, number 87, we have Try a Little Tenderness, Otis Redding.
You know, that's fair. But I think there's another Otis Redding song that I hope is on this list that should be a lot higher.
Like what?
Sitting on the Dock of the Bay.
Sitting on the Dock of the Bay. That was an honorable mention. It didn't make the list.
How? 100.
So let me get this right.
100 songs.
The man's last song, the song he recorded 2 days before he got caught up in a plane crash, which is arguably his best song. At least if you ask me.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to take a quick commercial break. No, okay, go ahead.
We'll be back.
So I can put this. So I can squeeze this song in the top 40.
We'll be back after these insane ramblings, right?
I know it was all this now. Hold on.
I think it's a well-written song. It's got a very important message. It's a very sweet song. Like I said, the history behind it's kind of tragic. But I definitely think that song deserves to be in the top 100.
It does, but not this 100. Next one. Number 86. These Boots Are Made for Walking by Nancy Sinatra. 1965.
Hold up, pause. That made the list?
Yes!
You read it, so.
But
the 60s?
But I mean, it is defining. There have been several. No, they did it for what? Puss in Boots? Like definitely is iconic to the point where I feel like it's fair to say
it's iconic that it was in Shrek 2. Okay.
If you can figure out a way to trickle it down into a kids movie, it's iconic enough. But here's the thing. That made the list.
What?
Yes.
But
yes.
But Sitting on the Dock of the Bay didn't make the list.
It didn't make the list, Walter. It didn't make the list. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
Man.
There's a lot of songs that could have made. If we made a top 200 list, that would have made the list. There's a lot of songs on here that didn't make the list.
I will. We're gonna have a talk.
Okay.
Later.
All right. We're gonna have a rebuttal episode.
It's just me ranting for 20 minutes.
It's like you don't even know what rock and roll is. All right. Number 85. Beauty is Only Skin Deep by The Temptations. David over here like, fam, 85? Really?
No.
He's like, it should have been at least 80.
This should have been number 1.
No, I ain't gonna say number one.
Nah.
It ain't that.
No, I have an
We ain't
idea
gonna
of.
be 80 other songs like that.
That's actually one of my favorite Temptation songs.
I think I know what my top 10 for the 60s are, and I'm
Mhm.
curious to see what yours are going to be. So I want to see how different our taste in music are.
Okay. I want to hear David's too. Number 84, "Rescue Me" by Fontella Bass.
That's fair.
Rescue
Yeah.
Me.
That is right where it should be.
All right, number 83, "Do I Diddy Diddy" by Manfred Mann.
Do I did
Yeah. Diddy do.
See that's up there in those songs that are like they're fun, right? The whole point of them is that like that's that fun part of the 60s, right?
Like Bernie Mac had happy rap. I have happy rock.
Yeah.
That's my
Yeah,
happy rock.
that's it. Like it's kind of that detraction from like the
David
Korean and
over there
Vietnam
dying, bro.
Wars, right? Like but that's what it is, right? So we have this like happy kind of, it's the tail end of that rockabilly era. So we kind of get some of those people are just kind of having fun now, and so that's what those like "Rescue Me" is a fun song. "Do I Diddy Diddy" is a fun song. So yeah.
Number 82, "One Fine Day" by the Chiffons. Their most iconic song.
I think that's one song that I haven't heard.
No,
Yeah.
bro, listen to it. You can make a beat off of that.
What's it called?
"One Fine Day" by the Chiffons. CHIFFONS. And then number 81 is "Lover's Concerto" by the Toys.
The Toys.
That's an iconic song too.
I don't think I heard that song either.
Never? Well, what's going on, David?
It's not what's going on. See, I had one of those blackety black grandmas that all she listened to was the OJs and the Temptations. And
Yeah, same here. Same here. You know all the words to "It's Growing." I was like, God dang it, Grandma. Oh yeah, number 80, "Hit the Road Jack" by Ray Charles.
What you say?
Hit the road, Jack. Don't you come back. No.
But we're not gonna address the fact that was a little flat on my end, but that's fine.
It was. It's
We're
all
just
right.
gonna keep moving. No, I'll okay. That one again. That's in that kind of like fun part because a lot of Ray Charles music was kind of fun.
Yeah.
So that's I'd say that's probably in the right spot in the top. Like
Yeah.
it deserves to be in the top 100, but not too
I
far.
see why Jamie Foxx was having the ball playing them.
He was. I still haven't seen that movie yet. So
How you went see
Wait,
that?
hold up.
I'd never seen Ray. I'd never seen it.
I saw that when I was a kid.
I know it came out what 2004? Like that?
Yeah,
Yes.
it came out. Oh, wait, hold up.
I didn't see it.
Here's. Have you seen The Incredibles?
Yeah.
Came out the same year. What's your excuse?
I was 9.
So was I.
I didn't give a fuck about Ray. That's it. 9. I was like, ain't he dead? He didn't die to like,
Yeah.
He died after
Matter
the
of
movie
fact,
came out.
he helped Jamie Foxx with the audition.
I know.
Yeah, like that. He can't. That I'm gonna say that movie
He
came out.
taught
Like,
him how to play the piano the way he did.
he taught him how to be him. And I hope when they make the Stevie Wonder biopic that Stevie teaches me how to play piano like that.
Fam. The Stevie Wonder one, that's gonna make $1 trillion at the box office.
First off, Walter, if you ever look like that,
Happy birthday
If you-
to you.
listen, you had that one piece of hair.
They have to end the movie on that song. They have to.
If you have that one piece of hair,
Man.
all the
They
rest
didn't
of it is gone.
They didn't cut that yet. Stevie, man. I'm just saying. The barber took advantage of Stevie. Just
Okay, no,
because
okay.
he's
So,
black.
but that also begs the question of does Stevie know it's there?
That's what I'm saying. Like the barber doesn't even. The barber was like, "Yeah, I'll cut it for 200,000." He just left. Like he didn't do nothing.
He said, "Oh, yeah, let me go ahead and get the straight blazer.
No, real quick. I was talking to my
Straight
dad.
Hey guys, go
yeah.
ahead, just
No, dude, I was talking to my real quick. I was talking to my dad. I was like, hey, because we were talking about because my dad's done some music work for this, that, and the other. I was like, hey, Dad, what what's one of your crazy stories, right? So he was telling about the time his buddy, because his buddy plays bass for Stevie Wonder, and he said he invited him out and all that. I'm like, well, why didn't you stay out there, Dad? You could have had, made something out there. And he goes, oh, you wouldn't have been here if that was the case. I was like, well, I'm glad you stayed.
Stay at home, handle some business. You know what I'm saying?
I was like, all right, well.
Yeah. Speaking of that, number 79, "Turn, Turn, Turn" by the Byrds.
That one sounds familiar.
It sounds familiar for
To
sure.
everything, turn, turn, turn. It's a very boring song, but the bass line makes it feel so great.
That's weird. I don't know if I like that.
I was thinking the same thing.
It's a weird bass line.
Okay, I think I heard it. I think one of y'all played it. When we had the 60s now.
All right, number 78, "Inagata da Vida" by Iron Butterfly.
That definitely, I think that should be higher, but I'll give it to you there.
What's that?
Inagata da Vida, baby.
It's literally been sampled for how many years?
Wait, hold on. No, I got the perfect one. Do you remember? Did you watch The Simpsons?
Oh my God, not that one.
Kinda.
I don't know.
So there was an episode where Bart switches the music. So they're sitting there. They're sitting there in the church singing this song. Like for it goes
I forgot about the episode.
Yeah, he switches out the music and it goes 15 minutes later because Inagata da Vida is a long song.
It's a 17-minute song.
Yeah, and so at the end of it, like the organist passes out and Lovejoy goes, "Wait a minute, this sounds like rock and/or roll."
Inagata da Vida.
Inagata da Vida, baby.
Okay. So Nas's "Hip Hop Is Dead" uses that sample.
Yeah. Say most people have heard it at least once.
Hip hop is dead. Will I Am?
Yeah.
Hip hop is dead. It's dead. That's a good song. I ain't gonna lie. Anyway, number 77, "Fortunate Son," CCR.
Okay, now you're just messing with me.
I'm not. That's right here on my list.
Now you're just messing with me.
It's a great song, Walter. I am your fortunate one.
My problem with you isn't the fact that it's in the top 100. It's the fact that it's not in the top 10.
It's not gonna be in the top 10. I'm sorry.
It is a literal decade. It is a war and decade defining song.
It is. Okay, I'll highlight it just for you. I'm gonna highlight the songs that you don't like. First one was "The Twist." The second one was which one was it?
At this point, we like 30 songs in. I
know.
Yeah, I don't remember either, man. Just keep it moving.
I got Fortunate Son. All right, number 76, "Sugar Sugar" by the Archies.
Okay.
You had nothing on that.
No. I'm still mad about the CCR list, but go ahead.
It's okay. All right, number 75. We're almost there, guys. 75. We are "River Deep, Mountain High," Ike and Tina Turner.
First off, we're just a quarter in. That's not almost there.
We're half an hour into this. We're half an hour into this, and we're
a quarter in.
It's like the cross country race where you just start and we have that one guy like, "Hey, you almost there, bro. You almost there." The starting point's right there.
Yeah, but you're that much closer. You got this.
Keep going. You can run. Shut up. Give me some water. Shit.
Give me some water.
All right, number 74, "Bus Stop" by the Hollies.
Okay.
Number 73, "When a Man Loves a Woman," Percy Sledge. When a man, not the Michael Bolton version.
Okay. This is the first time I'm going to say this. That deserves to be lower on the list.
What?
Damn.
What?
Like that's definitely in. I would probably put that back at like 80 or something. It's all. Actually, no. I take that back. That makes an honorable mention.
Oh, not even the 100s,
dude. It's an all right song. It's like Me and Mrs. Jones. It's all right.
Me and Mrs. Jones. That is definitely going in the top 100 of the 1970s. I'm just saying.
I don't think I know that song.
Mrs. Jones. Mrs. Jones. All right. Number 72. You're going to hate this, Walter. Eleanor Rigby by the Beatles.
Oh, I'm going to murder you.
He said, I'm going to murder you.
Murder me. Eleanor Rigby.
Okay. No.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
You say you better move that up.
It is one of the first.
I used to not like this song until I saw the Paul McCartney documentary on why it's his favorite song from the Beatles era. I was like, oh, I understand you now.
Why is it?
I don't know. He just likes the bass, and he created the whole song. He produced it and all that stuff. So
it's also one of the first rock songs to implement strings.
Yeah,
it's heavily the entire song. If you actually listen to it, and not strings and before anybody makes the argument that a guitar is a string instrument, it is. I know, believe me.
We're
talking classical strings. That song is essentially all classical,
all violins, strings.
All violins, cellos. And as somebody who plays the guitar, the bass, and the cello, I know I'm making myself that or that band kid. But as somebody who does that, it was kind of cool being, because you never hear anybody play the cello in anything except Yo-Yo Ma. And believe me, I like Yo-Yo Ma, but I got tired of it always being Yo-Yo Ma. So when I found out about Eleanor Rigby, I was like, oh, this song is really cool, and it actually uses a good use of the cello. But I would definitely put that song higher on the list. Maybe not top 10, but
okay.
But the harmonies are good too. That's the thing. It's
just great. It's a great song.
It's a great song. And you're humoring me, and I hate you for it.
But people say it's the best song ever made. I was like, no, it's not. Stop.
It's one of the best songs ever made.
But them people lying
to you. All right. Number 71. What a Wonderful World by Louis Armstrong.
I thought that came out in the 50s.
No, that did not come out in the 50s.
That is the 60s era? Okay.
That is the 60s.
67.
I used to study him. Look,
Chris, unless you started smoking 4 packs a day, you can't. That just it destroys it just destroys your voice.
What a wonderful world.
And it's destroying my ears. Let's keep moving.
Number 70. I hate you so much. Number 70. A Change Is Gonna Come by Sam Cooke.
I knew that was gonna be 70. I knew it. You bastard.
I was wrong.
You bastard. I knew it.
You just knew he was like, you gonna say, boy, that change is gonna come. All right, number 69. You're My Soul and Inspiration by the Righteous Brothers. One of the best
You're
my
songs. Inspiration.
One of the best backup songs in history.
Is that the one?
Yeah.
Yeah, that one's all right.
In my opinion, this was one of the best. I played that on repeat every time when I broke up with one of my girlfriends. I'm gonna say which one on the show, but
no, you should. Why
not? Number 68. Stop in the Name of Love by the Supremes.
What is in your top 10?
Hey man, you gotta wait to the top 10, baby. You gotta wait to the top 10, baby.
I'm upset because that song is higher up on that list.
We got 2 people waiting for the top 10 on live right now.
That low?
Yeah, man.
That's what I'm saying. That shouldn't be that low.
Hey man, we got fire coming up.
Watch this top 10 just be cold.
We talk about a song that Chris jams to when he beat in Rush Hour. That's what. Yes, you.
Wait, this song, Stop in the Name of Love?
Beat in Rush Hour.
You're right. All right, number 67.
Hey, low key though, I wanna go buy a condo at 1300 just to be able to say, yeah, I live in the same building that Diana Ross used to.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Or drive past the Brewster Projects. Say, oh, she used to live here too. God dang.
No, it's like, man, Barry Gordy did her a lot.
They did. They had a kid together.
I know. That's the joke.
Oh, well, moving on. Fact check. Number 67. Raindrops Keep Falling on My Head. BJ Thomas.
Yeah.
Shout out to Spider-Man 3.
Yeah.
Wait. Is that the same one that I'm thinking of?
Yeah, shout out to Spider-Man 3.
Yeah. 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 Yeah, that's that. I'm fine with that.
Scene that came to my head.
I'm fine with that where that is, honestly. That's fine.
That's happy rock right there.
Yeah.
Okay, we're gonna sing that all night. Number 66. Brown Eyed Girl, Van Morrison. Walter's over there like, what's in your top 10, nigga?
No. That song shouldn't be in the top 10. But it definitely should be in like the top 20.
Okay.
At least I think so.
I'll give it.
I think so.
I'll give it to you. Top 20.
You're not gonna change it, I know, but still.
I'm not. Number 65, Cold Sweat, James Brown, 1967.
Okay.
That's when
one James Brown song I've never heard.
You don't break out in a Cold Sweat?
Cold Sweat?
You don't break out in a
That's one James Brown song I've never heard.
That's when James Brown went from soul to complete funk. That was the Angel of the Guards right there.
Yeah. Yeah. You can't argue that one. That is.
He went from begging to, hey, give me that hit. Give me that note. Hit it. Come on now. Number 64, Day Tripper, Beatles.
Okay. All right.
63, San Francisco, Scott McKenzie.
Oh.
Number 62, Mr. Postman, The Marvelettes.
Okay. I think that should be a little higher, but I'm also partial to Motown, so I'm heavily biased towards Motown, so I'll give you that.
If I had a whole list of 100 Motown songs, like, you already know what's going to be in there. But I had to, like...
Do you mean that...
I had to go from Motown to Capitol Records to SRC.
Yeah, we had to go to Capitol and stop over at Atlantic for a second.
We gotta stop over, we gotta go to Chess Records for a second. It's just a lot. And speaking, going back to Motown, number 61, Since I Lost My Baby by the Temptations.
I have a hot take, a very unpopular opinion. I don't think the Temptations are that fantastic.
Oh.
Don't do that. Don't do that. You ranked Eleanor Rigby in the 70s. You don't get to speak.
Ladies and gentlemen, did you hear what this man just said?
Look, they're good. I'm not denying that. Barry Gordy,
ladies and gentlemen,
Barry Gordy made sure that his anybody he brought in was good, and they are good. They were good. But I don't think they are worth the hype, the craze. Say what?
You know what people do on Christmas? They make people watch 24 hours of the Christmas Story. I think Walter needs to watch 24 hours of the Temptations on BET.
Just like how BET used to do the whole Michael Jackson story.
Oh my God. Not the Michael Jackson story. I was like, oh my God.
Hey,
what's that first intro scene? I'm like, oh, Michael Jackson.
Hey, that the quick sidestep. I think my favorite comment ever was Joe Jackson beat his kids into stardom.
He did.
He whooped them into shape. Literally.
He whooped them into stardom.
He whooped them into shape. Literally.
I was like, that is fair. He did that.
Yes, he did. Yes, he did. No, number 60. Speaking of that, Born to Be Wild by Steppenwolf.
All right. Would you agree that that's more of highway road rock?
Yeah.
because I was trying to explain to somebody like the different types of rock that exist that have existed through the years, and that was one I really couldn't figure out how to explain, other than like Born to Be Wild, Wild Thing, the stuff that you tend to see like in the movies when somebody's kind of on like that lone stretch in like the desert road on a bike or in like
or you can see it in a Pampers commercial. You can hear it in the Pampers.
I'm sorry, what?
Pampers commercial?
Yep, they did it. They played the songs in the Pampers commercial.
What?
The baby was crawling. Played it. He played it while the baby was crawling.
All right, David.
I can't.
All right, number 59, Hair by the Cowsills, 1969. Number 58, Can't Take My Eyes Off of You, Frankie Valli and the Four Seasons.
Ooh, forgot about them.
Number 57, Save the Last Dance for Me by the Drifters.
Save the Last Dance for Me.
Number 56, Hooked on a Feeling by B.J. Thomas.
Okay.
Blue Suede gonna come out to the 70s, and that'll be in the next list.
Blue Suede songs are.
Ooh, chaka, chaka. Shout out to what is that? Guardians of the Galaxy.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Number 55, The Lion Sleeps Tonight by the Tokens.
I thought that came out in. Never mind.
1961.
I'm gonna say that came out. I thought it came out in the 50s, so it definitely came out in the early 60s. Man.
Yeah. Not 1954. Number 54 is At Last by Etta James. 1961. Okay. Yeah, David. 54.
I would put that top 30, but hey.
Top 30?
Which one? Yeah, David. Wait, which one?
At Last.
I'm kind of torn on that one. It could go either way depending on the day of the week, honestly.
True.
Sometimes I'm like, the song is fantastic, it's great, and other days I'm like, the song is all right. The song is all right.
All right, number 53, Will You Still Love Me Tomorrow by the Shirelles. Number 52, The Rain, The Park, and Other Things by the Cowsills.
What type of title is that?
Hey, it's a long title, but it's a great song.
Hey, hold up. We can't talk. We grew up in an era where song titles were lying is the most fun a girl can have with her clothes on. Yeah. So like,
what type of title is that?
Or the only difference between suicide and martyrdom is press coverage.
Who has that?
David's over here oblivious to song titles.
I had a lot of friends who were in the pop punk, so I heard some very interesting song titles.
My songs Know What You Did in the Dark.
Thanks for the that was not that bad.
Man, that was a long title. I don't think that was even the.
All right, next number 51, Oh Pretty Woman, Roy Orbison.
I'll leave that where it is. We'll leave it as we'll leave it as it is.
All right, y'all. We're in the top 50. We're halfway there, David. Halfway there. Crystal Blue Persuasion, Tommy James and the Shondells, 1968.
I don't think I know that one.
Oh. You're killing me, David. Number 49, This Magic Moment by the Drifters.
This magic moment.
Shout out to the Sandlot.
So different and so new. Why is that so low?
Because
what is your reasoning?
There's more fire to come.
So so we're talking about songs that define the 60s.
These are songs that define the 60s. When you think the 60s, these are the songs that come up.
Yeah, you have very different interpretations of the 60s.
Yes, I do.
We'll continue.
We'll continue. I say we continue. And we're going to continue right now. Number 48. La La Means I Love You by the Delphonics.
That's fine right where it is, honestly.
Number 47, I Will Follow Him by Peggy March. Number 46, Along Comes Mary by The Association.
I said that was word name. The Association.
The only song to incorporate a recorder.
You know that. Hey, do you know how old I was when I realized that the recorder is a well-respected instrument in like most of the world?
I didn't know at all until I heard this song. I was like, okay, he blown on that recorder. Okay.
Don't get me wrong. It's not like I'm expecting something like
I didn't know recorders was an actual instrument.
Yeah. The recorder is a well-respected instrument in like 90% of the world.
It is,
and the other 10% is, and I'm saying, the other 10% is America.
No, America. That's like your intro. Besides piano.
Yeah.
You're just blowing it.
It's a cool instrument.
I actually used to play it like it was a clarinet.
Yeah, because that's kind of how you play it. It's a woodwind, right? So, but it's it's a cool instrument. Don't get me wrong.
He says sort of. I was like, that's not a clarinet. That's not a clarinet.
Sure, but like if you play it like that, go for it. Like I'm not expecting something like Jethro Tull where it's like a jazz recorder album to come out.
David was out here doing the Zelda theme song.
That song defined the
doing
80s.
The whole mask off beat.
That song defined the 80s. Changed my mind.
Doing the whole mask off beat with the recorder.
Oh, that hurt my ears.
How did this come from The Association? All this bullshit.
It's like America. They just like the band America. Like,
yeah. Just soon to come and soon to come. Number 45, Happy Together by the Turtles.
I'll accept it just because as far as psychedelic rock goes, I don't think it's that strong of a song. I really like it, but I think it's missing something.
Number 44, Somebody to Love by Jefferson Airplane.
Okay.
All right.
Walter's over there like.
Walter's over here like, you know what? It just is what it is at this point.
You're really gonna hate me for this one. Number 43, My Guy by Barry Wells.
Actually, no.
Oh no,
I don't.
No, okay.
No, I'm very. I love Motown. They produced a lot of great hits. This one's cool, but it doesn't do it for me. So it's fine where it is.
Interesting. Number 42, Green Tambourine by the Lemon Pipers. Shout out to Recess School's Out.
What song is that?
Green Tambourine.
You saying it more exaggerated? You saying it with like a more like exacerbated tone of voice is not going to make me know the song.
A true black parent. That's what you are.
It's like when your remote doesn't work that well, and so you like start trying like hit the buttons harder, hoping that it works when it's just the batteries being all messed up.
I'm trying to like trigger his memory, but I don't think he heard it before.
So you said it's by the Who?
No, it's by the Lemon Pipers.
Yeah, that's something like that. I misspoke.
I know. I was like, no, the Who's actual band.
I know the Who's an actual band.
It would be great if it was made by them, though.
That's an.
And you said it was on what?
What?
The song.
Green Tambourine?
Yeah.
What do you mean? It was on what?
You shout out something like it was.
Oh yeah! Shout out to Recess, School's Out by Disney.
The movie?
Yeah, the movie. It was the end credits.
Oh, okay.
All right, number 41. I Was Made to Love Her by Stevie Wonder.
Okay.
Hey, hey, hey. Do, 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 do.
That has one of the best bass lines ever written.
Yes.
And because of that, it deserves to be higher.
I know, but I highlighted. I was like, that's gonna be higher than the list.
You're like, see, I'm glad you agree that you messed up.
I didn't mess up. I just
No,
knew
you
were gonna
very
say
clearly
it.
did.
I just knew
always
you were gonna
says
say it has to be higher.
He didn't mess up, but then after the show, you're gonna be like,
No, it's good. I already,
Yeah, I
I
totally
already, I already
messed up.
posted the list. People already know what this is. Now, number 40, Mama Said by the Shirelles.
Okay.
Number 39, Papa's Got a Brand New Bag by James Brown.
All right.
Number 38, You Keep Me Hanging On by Vanilla Fudge.
That's a great name for a group.
Very great.
Just like, what is it? The Lemon?
The Lemon Pipers?
Yes.
Very great group. They were probably high when they made it, but that's okay.
Sometimes that's the only way you're going to get the music you need.
Right. And speaking of getting the music you need, number 37, Gimme Shelter by the Rolling Stones. A Wider Shade of Pale, number 36, Procol Harum.
Oh, we're just gonna glance over the Stones like that? Okay.
Oh, go ahead. Go back to the Stones. Let's go back to Gimme Shelter.
I think it should be higher, but I don't think it should be that much higher. Still in the top 30, but like a little, or still in the top 40, but a little higher, closer to 30. That's what I think. It is a really good song.
Very good song. All right, number 35, The House of the Rising Sun by the Animals.
The Edibles?
Animals. Like
they're an English.
animals.
They're an English group that only had like 3 good songs.
Yeah.
And House of the Rising
hits,
Sun.
though.
And House of the Rising Sun was 2
They're
of them.
all hits.
No, you're right. They were all hits.
You're trying to downplay their best
but
hit?
they're again,
They
we're
were
talking
three-hit
about
wonder,
songs
Walter.
that make you think of the 60s. House of the Rising Sun is an instant there. It's like Fortunate Son. Like the second you hear like the first 2 notes of the song, you already know what's coming. You already know, like, and you can put yourself in that time period.
The song gives you chills.
Which is why I go up there and go, it should be a little higher.
Okay, I'll highlight it.
That's just opinions are opinions.
Yeah.
And yours are all wrong, sir. Like, no.
No, I like your opinions. That's why I got you on the show. Number 34, Summer in the City, Lovin' Spoonful, 1966.
Hot Town, Summer in the City.
Happy Rock. That's Happy Rock right there.
The first time I heard that was on The Simpsons.
No, first time I heard it was a Time Life commercial.
Was it what?
Time Life commercial. You know, on BET.
I remember the Time Life.
Most of these songs I heard from Time Life.
I used to watch their like doo-wop one all the time. I love doo-wop.
The doo-wop one, oh my god, that was pure entertainment.
And all this can be the 10 disc collection with
for $25.
It'll be like 10.
I never knew what those was actually called.
Yeah. So Time
I
Life
call those commercials.
No, bro. My most favorite one was the disco one. The disco one was pumping out hits.
No, but the Time Life it'd be something weird. It'd be like 10. It'd be like 10 it would be literally like 10 CDs, 3 albums, 15 different like posters.
And I'm like,
and a record player.
I'm like, it's 2015. What the fuck?
And for the disco one, it'd be like you can get like platform shoes on Disco Ball, all for 5 easy payments of $29.95, and you go, wait a minute.
I think
they're still playing the Here and Now one.
Hey, it's still better than PBS doing their sponsorship ads.
Oh my god, I hate the pledges, bro.
The pledges, and you'd sit there and be like, I just want to watch Arthur and Caillou, man.
Like, I don't want to watch Phil Collins again.
I don't care anymore.
Look, I don't care about viewers like me. Just
we're sponsored by viewers like you. So if I don't watch you, you don't get money.
I'm a 5-year-old. What do viewers
Thank
like?
You.
What?
Why are you thanking me? Just put my show on.
Why are viewers like me paying you money? We shouldn't be paying PBS anything.
You're free. free.
Like, it's built by
I don't even need cable to watch you.
It's built by the National Science Foundation, the Arthur Vitae Davis Foundation, and viewers like you.
Thank you.
And the National Endowment for the Arts, right? Like you sit there and go, wait a minute. It's like, but as a grown up, and I'm sure Chris, you can kind of understand this with the stuff going on in your life in the next year. That stuff is important.
It is
because
very important.
There are a lot of people that I've seen do stupid stuff out in public, and I was like, okay, he didn't watch Arthur.
That's true.
Like this man didn't watch Cyber Chase growing up.
Have an imagination, stupid.
This man didn't watch Zoom. Do y'all remember Zoom? Like,
okay, Zoom was the show. Zoom was the show. I might watch a few episodes before I go to bed.
It's like this man did not. This man clearly was not one of the viewers like me, man. He did not give a flying.
Not viewers like me. Goodness gracious! All right, number 33. Speaking of that, "Uptight" by Stevie Wonder.
All right, out of sight. Okay.
Number 32. "All Along the Watchtower," Jimi Hendrix.
I knew it.
Was this your top 10, Walter?
It is in my top 10, and there is not a damn thing you can say that's going to make me take it out of it because I know the story behind it. Like, here's Chris. Name a cover of a song that is more popular than the original.
Name a cover of a song that's more popular than the original?
Yeah.
Respect, Aretha Franklin.
Who did that originally?
Otis Redding. There was Otis.
I'm gonna double back that one because I don't know if I don't know.
Don't make me do "Smooth Criminal" by Alien Ant Farm. I'm playing.
No, but I mean, like, "All Along the Watchtower" is arguably one of the.
That was one of the.
No. Let me finish. It's one of the only covers of a song that has become more popular than the original. So much so that the original artist covers Hendrix's version of it. Like Bob, there's a difference, right?
Bob Dylan song, right?
It is a Bob Dylan song, but here's the thing: the lines hit differently. Like, "Businessman, drink my wine." Bob Dylan's like, yeah, quick, savvy. It's a clever line. It's a clever line. It's a clever song. But when Hendrix uses it and the way he sings about it. Actually, I'll send you a link to a video later that I watched a video essay on it, and it kind of sums it all up. Where that, not to mention, when you shift the chords to the song too, there's a lot of stuff in there. It defines the '60s. Like it's up there with CCR. It's up there with Fortunate Son. Those are two songs that immediately place you in 1968. They immediately place you in the Vietnam War.
That's true.
And why did we go to war again?
What?
We don't have time for that.
What'd you say?
He said, "Why did we go to war? We don't have time for that.
To stop the domino effect of communism.
We don't have time for that, like, for the lies, and we really don't have time.
No.
That's just all our way.
That's just a synopsis of what happened in Vietnam.
No. Synopsis of what happened in Vietnam is
no.
The synopsis of what happened in Vietnam is we had no business being there, and we got our asses handed to us.
That's exactly why
I'm just trying to give you the American version. It was a small synopsis. We went over there to stop communism. No one damn near couldn't stop it. Went over there. How long were we over there? Like almost 12 years?
No. We started in Korea, and that ended. The Korean conflict ended. We pulled all of our troops out. We're like, everybody gets to go home, and everyone's like, yay! And then, long story short, they were like, hey, so have you guys heard of Vietnam?
Like, no.
And we were like, no. No, they were like, okay, let's check out the. And they're like, yeah. So we need you to, like, crawl around Vietnam and, like, all the French Indochina, and eliminate communism there. Knowing damn well, yeah, you're right, because they couldn't do it. They weren't going to. We really don't have the time to go into that. Mostly because I don't want to be here for another hour just going over like.
No. I just wanted to know why the fuck was we over there in the first fucking place?
We were trying to stop communism.
He ain't had shit to do with it.
Well, and that's the thing is like, that during that time, America found itself in a lot of places to stop the spread of communism.
Just to make things worse.
So basically they did the fuck around and found out.
Just to make things worse. That's what happened.
Fuck around and found out is what happened to them.
Yeah, the 60s was not a good time for America, politically or militarily.
Right, number 31, Higher by Jackie Wilson.
Yeah.
Higher.
Yeah.
Shout out to Ghostbusters 2.
You ain't got no business.
That's the first time I heard it.
You ain't got no business.
I'm just pointing out where I heard the song first. Shout out to Ghostbusters 2. 2003. That's when I first heard it. All right. Number 30. Sweet Caroline by Neil Diamond. The only Neil Diamond song that black people know.
So I'll agree to disagree on that one. Iconic. It's how the impact of the song. I think it deserves to be higher, but the song itself deserves to stay right where it is.
Sorry to stay where it is.
It's a song. If you've ever been to a sporting event,
not
you've heard
a white wedding. What are you talking about?
If you've been to, it's a nice day for a white wedding. Who did that? Who did that song? It's a nice day for
Billy Idol.
Yeah, yep, it was Billy. Billy Idol. Yeah. But yeah, if you ever been to a sporting event or a party or a wedding,
Red Wings game,
a sporting event.
No, specifically Red Wings and Tigers games. The white games. At
any point, chances are you've heard this song. This song is very iconic because it's a sing along song. It's like Hey Jude, right? Like the entire point of the song is to have something people can sing along to. I swear to God, I'm gonna say if you didn't put that.
Go carry on.
So, anyways, yeah. If you've been to an event in the past like 50 years, chances are you've heard the song. Like it's iconic, so it deserves to be higher up on the list because it's iconic. But it's not that good of a song, so it stays
so good. That's that one white auntie that does it so good. All right, number 29. I Say a Little Prayer by Aretha Franklin. Actually, that is another good cover that's better than the original. I Say a Little Prayer by Aretha Franklin.
That's the original.
It was done by Dionne Warwick.
Who?
Dionne Warwick, an iconic black singer. Where have you been?
That was not the Dionne I was thinking of when you said Dionne. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Yeah, I mean, people just say Dionne. People know what Dionne, like the singer Dionne.
Well, I was thinking like Dionne Diamucci, like the Runaround Sue guy.
I mean, white people know that Dionne.
I was like, no, that's not the Dionne he's talking about.
The worst. I mean, it's a good song.
What are you talking about, Chris?
That is a good song.
Dionne Warwick, Gladys Knight, Aretha Franklin, those black singers. That's what Friends Are For with Elton John and Stevie Wonder. Okay, moving on.
He's like, let me not embarrass you in front of the nation.
Nah, it's fine. You know, knowledge is power. So
it's okay.
It's okay to see that there's
all right. We'll get there in the 70s and 80s. We'll get there. Okay.
Oh my
black brothers that got knowledge. I'm just.
This is what these episodes are for. We're teaching the masses.
That's why I'm here.
So that's another song for you.
He's like, I'm the masses. I need to be taught.
That's why I'm here.
All right, number 28, "Touch Me" by The Doors.
Okay,
I'm heads and tails on The Doors.
You're torn, aren't you?
Yeah, honestly.
Shout out to School of Rock.
Like Jim Morrison is good. He's a good singer. He uses his voice well. But I'm kind of in that boat of like, you know how some people just aren't real big fans of the Beatles? I feel that way about The Doors. It's like the music is good. I know some people. It's like the music is good, but it's just not for me.
All right, David. We're gonna listen to his greatest hits on a listening party episode.
Look, I'm not gonna lie. My entire top 10 for the 60s could be the Beatles. I love the Beatles. It's not, but it could be.
It could be for me. It could be the Beatles and the Temptations.
Like here's the thing though. Like I had to limit myself to one of each artist for the top 10 to keep it fair and even.
See, now you understand why. Now you understand my.
And it was really hard to only pick one Beatles song to be on that list.
It is really hard.
But I chose the one I chose the one I like the best. I chose my favorite Beatles song, so we'll get into that later. But yeah.
Okay. All right, number 27, Unchained Melody by the Righteous Brothers.
Okay.
26, Groovin' by the Young Rascals. Underrated classic of the 70s. I mean, it's the 60s. It's Groovin'. 25, Thank You for Letting Me Be Myself Again by Sly and the Family Stone.
I thought that was the 70s.
I thought it was too.
It sounds
like
Thank you for letting me be myself again. Yeah.
That's 1969, baby.
Wow.
God, that is.
There's a lot of songs you think are 1970s, but are like just like.
Well, the thing is that the 60s and the 70s music didn't change too much. I think that's why.
Yeah.
So no. It changed. Don't get me wrong. It changed. Like
we're gonna have a whole episode on that, Walter.
We could and we should, but not tonight.
He said not tonight.
It's going on 1 o'clock. It's going on 1 o'clock in the morning.
We're already an hour in.
Right, like we could do that, but like the difference is like the 50s to the 60s, we saw that large change. We got out of the rockabilly and started getting into rock and roll. We had the British invasion and all that. The 60s to 70s, kind of the people who were really popular in the late 60s were still really popular into the mid 70s, minus 1 or 2 people. Then we started getting that shift again because we had that like the disco era kind of bump in there too, and then we started being able to play around with musical instruments a lot more and being able to do weird things that's like phasers and all that.
Voice practice.
Yep. And so, but when the 80s came in, that's when we really got to like another shift in music. And then we had another one in the 90s and in the mid 2000s and in sort of like the mid 2010s. So yeah, so we that again we can go in depth and all that a lot later, but yeah, so that
could be another episode of the Crisscross Corner. I like it.
Which I can't find on Spotify.
It's all right.
Damn.
It's on Apple Music. You got to get Apple Music.
But your podcast has a Spotify link on it.
Yeah, but I make playlists on Apple Music.
Dude, I just want to listen to the podcast. I just want to hear what I'm missing.
I got you.
He said everywhere you get your podcast from. So, Chris, you've been lying to the people.
No, you've been lying. No, hold up.
If he can't listen to it, you've been lying to the people. You are wrong.
Before we move on with this thing, the podcast can be listened to. The podcast can be listened on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Podcasts, Breaker, Overcast. Now, if you want to hear this playlist that I'm listing these songs from, you have to go to Apple Music.
No, I just want the podcast.
To be specific, the podcast is definitely on Spotify. You just look it up.
Because I'm basically only on whenever there's music involved.
Which is great because you have a great music insight.
You do.
It's incredible. We're holding 2 viewers for the whole YouTube episode at 1 o'clock in the morning. This is great. This never happened in YouTube history on Crisscross Corner. Actually, it has for the election episode, but we're not going to talk about that, David.
Look at my eyes.
Look at my eyes. We was on that thing for like 12 hours.
Had a whole wall.
I had 2 2-liter Mountain Dews. I was like, I'm gonna drink this one all the way.
A whole wall.
I was like, we're on mountain time now.
For the United States.
We're on mountain time.
We're in California now. We're gonna be Democratic or Republican. All right, next one. Where we at? 24. Love Child by the Supremes.
Okay.
Number 23. Get Ready by the Temptations.
I do like that one.
Number 22. This Old Heart of Mine by the Isley Brothers.
The Isley Brothers.
Number 21. Suspicious Minds by Elvis Presley. The only Elvis song on this list.
I like the Wayne Newton song, or the Wayne Newton version better.
Wayne Newton of Suspicious Minds.
Yeah.
There's something about Elvis.
Yeah. We're not going into that.
We're not going to go into that today.
It's 1:45 in the morning. We're not going over that.
We're not. All right, number 20. Here we go. Here's fire now.
All right, let's in your top 20, Chris.
The top 20 of 1960s, the defining song. Number 20, Dancing in the Street, Martha and the Vandellas, 1965.
Okay.
Number 19, we got It's Your Thing by the Isley Brothers.
Do what you want to do.
Okay.
Do what you want to do. All right. Shout out to Muppets from Space.
Shout out to who did that? V8.
What?
Yeah.
Commercial.
Oh my God. All right, number 18 was I Want to Hold Your Hand by the Beatles.
I'm not a big fan of the Beatles.
That's a man.
Actually, there's a Beatles song. Actually, there's 2 Beatles songs on the top 10. So we'll get there.
We'll get there.
Number 17, I Want You Back by the Jackson 5.
Okay.
1969. Ain't No Mountain High Enough, Marvin Gaye and Tammy Terrell. 1967.
Okay.
15, Nah Nah Nah, Kiss 'Em Goodbye by Steam.
Hey.
Goodbye.
See, again, that's in there with that. That's in there with it. It sounds like the 70s. It sounds like it should be in the 70s.
Now that's the song you hear everywhere.
Everywhere.
Every sporting event.
Mm-hmm. Sometimes church. I'm playing.
Sir, you need to stop.
Pastor, you weren't over. Nah. All right. Number 14, You Can't Hurry Love by the Temptations.
Okay.
Not the Temptations, the Supremes. My bad.
I was like,
it'd be crazy if they made that song. You Can't Hurry Love by the Supremes. Now number 14.
Yeah.
Can't hurry love. All right.
Oh, you just have
to wait. All right. Actually, that's another cover for that song. Phil Collins' version of that song.
Phil Collins did a interesting.
Number 13, Chain of Fools, Aretha Franklin.
Okay.
12, Good Vibrations by the Beach Boys. I gotta shout out to the Illuminati. You gotta put the Beach Boys in here. Number 11, underrated hit of the 60s. She's Not There by the Zombies. Iconic bass line.
Okay.
Very iconic. All right, y'all. This is the top 10 list.
All right. How frustrated am I going to be today?
This is what we've all been waiting for. All right, number 10. Now, before we get this, please go to anchor.fm/support for the monthly donation to help the podcast. All right. This gives you the power to select topics for the show and my top 10 list each week. All right, let's get into the top 10 list. Number 10, I Can't Get No Satisfaction by Rolling Stones.
Okay.
Walter's like, all right.
I'm trying to decide whether I like it where it is, or you know what, we're just gonna leave it there. We're gonna.
Okay. Number 9, Respect, Aretha Franklin.
That is also in my top 10.
Okay, yeah, mine too.
Number 8, Stand By Me, Ben E. King.
I was just singing that earlier.
It's iconic as all get out. But I don't know if I would put it in my top 20.
That's a song at the dentist. You just be sitting like, dang, I'm about to get my teeth pulled. You can't stand by me.
But like I said, it is iconic, and it is a very good song. I am a huge fan of the works of Lieber and Stoller. They produced they pulled a Berry Gordy and just produced hit after hit after hit after hit after hit after hit.
Okay.
I just love the bass.
Say what?
I said I just love the bass.
That too. What are you doing, puppy? Why are you growling at the plant?
Because he's about to listen to my number 7 song, which is California Dreamin' by the Mamas and the Papas.
That is also in my top 10.
What type of name is that?
It's California Dreamin', God damn it.
Not that name, the other name.
The Mamas and the Papas?
And the Papas. 2 girls, 2 men.
What?
All the leaves are brown.
Leaves are brown.
Yeah, the sky is gray.
And the sky is gray.
That kind of song, I'm just saying.
It's really weird to think that it's like, because it is iconic, but it's like it's a happy and depressing song that sounds happily it's one of those few songs where like the lyrics match the song perfect. Because the song is like it's a happily like it's a upbeat song in minor.
It's like Sounds of Silence.
Yeah, like it's a happily depressed song with happily depressed lyrics by a happily depressed group that sung the song on a hot air balloon. Like,
okay, so it's not like Pumped Up Kicks.
No, Pumped Up Kicks is just hey, I'm nigga, I'm gonna shoot you.
Pumped Up Kicks is Pumped Up Kicks is like the antithesis of that. Like the lyrics don't match it at all.
You better outrun this gun. Nigga.
They're depressing lyrics to an upbeat song, to an upbeat beat. Whereas
that's gonna be my 2010s list. Put it out there.
It's iconic. It's a good song. All the other kids with the Pumped Up Kicks better run. I'll run my gun. Yeah, it's up there with Feel It Still by Portugal the Man. Like it's a happy song. Like it's a happier song, but the lyrics are
my bullet.
Yeah, Chris.
I was singing it and I was like, wait a minute, he shot them? God damn. And then like the little part like run. I was like, dang, this is premeditated murder. God damn.
Talk about a school shooting.
Anyway, number 6, Hey Jude by the Beatles.
Would you believe me if I said that's actually not in my top 10?
Shout out to the Illuminati.
Again, because I limited myself to one band in the top 10.
Okay. I understand.
It is a fantastic song. And the entire fact that they wrote it to spite radio stations makes it even better.
I don't think I heard that one.
Hey Jude?
Hey Jude?
Yeah.
Oh,
nah. Hey Jude.
Hear the song. We're not gonna move on till you hear the song. Come on.
Well, don't make him do it right now.
Yeah, we're not gonna do that.
He is not here right now. He's like, no, man, no. But that's still it's a good song. It's a fantastic song, and the entire I like the point behind it. With that being said, it's definitely not their strongest song, right?
I would say it's one of their strongest. Everybody knows.
But so when you put it up against,
not everybody knows every Beatles song.
When you put it up against like something like because I put Hey Jude on the same thing as Let It Be, where it is a good song, it's beautifully written, but it's not their best.
But it's a song that everybody knows from the Beatles.
That's fair.
Like my guitar gently weeps is not a song that everybody knows, but people who know the Beatles know that's one of their best songs.
Know that it probably is their best song. It's definitely in their top 5.
All right, we're gonna have a Beatles episode. All right, we're gonna have a Beatles episode.
Make a few phone calls. Meant to call my buddy up. Hey.
All right, these are the top 5. Okay, here are my top 5. Number 5, "One" by 3 Dog Night. You didn't think I was gonna pull that one out, did you?
No, you got me.
You didn't think I was gonna pull that one out?
You got me.
That bass part of that song is off the chain.
Hey. Sorry.
God dang. Number 4, "Come Together" by the Beatles.
I only know half that song.
Half?
Yeah.
You make me sad. Come together. All right, number 3,
June.
"I Heard It Through the Grapevine" by Marvin Gaye.
That is indeed a fantastic song, and it's not on my top 10. And I honestly don't know why.
I wondered how I knew. That's basically like Ari Lennox I'm playing.
Hey,
actually,
that was one of my favorite songs to play in Guitar Hero.
LOL. Number 2, "Aquarius, Let the Sun Shine In" by the Fifth Dimension.
See that one.
That bass line.
It's a creepy song.
It's very creepy. However,
I take the back. California Dreaming is the same way. It's a creepy song,
but it's so happy.
Why would you name yourself the Fifth Dimension?
Because it was a black
because they from the Fifth Dimension.
From the Fifth Dimension, okay?
Oh, they was on that Booker Sugar. Oh.
Yeah, they was. You said Booker Sugar? You said Booker Sugar?
They were on that Booker Sugar. They were on that. I mean, to be fair,
they probably were.
They kind of were.
They want to go up and away and have their balloons, so and they're black, so they probably were high. Just saying. These are the words of Chris Canty on the Chris Cross Corner podcast.
They for sure was doing that white girl.
Anyway, speaking of girl, number 1, "My Girl" by The Temptations. I got so much honey. The bees in for me.
Do you ever notice how the more you think about songs that came out in certain decades, the more your tops for the decade kind of changes? Because my top like 20 for the 60s have changed like 3 times in the past year. But at no point has that song been in the top 10.
This is not even a 60s dance. It's the 90s.
Yeah, did you macarena yourself into feeling better?
No, I still don't feel good. I still feel I'm in shock.
See, here's the thing.
My girl.
My girl.
My girl.
Oh, my girl. My girl.
Oh, stop. Stop that. Oh, what was that?
Hey. I can move it up.
Like, don't get me wrong. It's a great song. It really is. But it doesn't. So I think we look at how the 60s were defined in 2 different ways, right? Which is fine. I look at it through. I'm looking at it, I guess, more of like, okay, this is like, it's really weird how I kind of categorized that. But like, I mean, it's your opinion, and I disagree with a lot of it.
All right, y'all, stay safe, social distance, and be nice to each other.
Have a good one.